one of the greatest accomplishments of my life is being a father.
Right.
Because it has put me in a position where I fully recognize my responsibility to other human beings and not just keeping them alive, which is kind of a big deal, right? like probably ought to keep them alive, but also directing them in a way to best set them up to win in life as best as I can. And so that puts a lot of work for me to learn a lot about myself and the world around me as I understand it. And so, like, this week it was so cool because, my 7-year-old has been just killing it at life. He's only 7, but he's been just crushing it.
I love that.
It's
great.
He's been doing all of his Montessori works at school. He's been, like getting dressed without asking. He's been really directing his brother and his sister really well on, probably better not do that shit. Like, just ask me how I know. Kind of just being the big brother. And so, so Saturday, he was sleeping and I was like, yeah, fuck, he's 7. Let's wake him up, take him to work with me today.
Huh.
And so I woke him up and I told him I needed to talk to him, and he got up and he came and he sat down like a young man, and he's like, "What's up?" He wasn't really sure, and I told him, like, you've been doing all these things, and I think it's great, and I think I should take you with me to work today. And like, he just fucking lit up.
Oh, really?
He's like, oh. And he was trying to contain himself because he's a little G. He's awesome, but he's like, all right, what's up, man? Let's. He was super excited, and so I was like, you need to get dressed, you need to get a long sleeve shirt on, shoes, all this stuff. Boom, he was on it, and I got to take him to work. And we're demoing this old building downtown and like tearing off lath and plaster, and it was so much fun to watch him feel accomplished at such a young age. Watch him, and then to listen to his demeanor while working. And I told him, I said, when you act big, you get treated big. And that's kind of the way we are too in our society and in our lives. When we act responsibly, we get treated responsibly. When I was using and drinking, I got treated as such.
Right.
By the authorities, by the judge, as I should have been. Right. And so for somebody to come around, and I think it's important for our listeners and the people watching to understand, if you are attempting sobriety, that is a big fucking deal.
Sure.
It is so big because we are so dangerous behind the wheel. We are so dangerous blacked out. We are so dangerous in the disease, in the obsession. When we're willing to do anything to change the way we feel about ourselves and get out of our skin, and we're willing to go to any lengths to stay loaded. It is such a dangerous place for the people that love us and the people we don't know, that the accomplishment that comes along with life-changing sobriety is fucking massive.
Right.
And that's why we celebrate it. That's why it's okay for you to come and say, I got fucking 24 hours today. Right. That's why it's okay to come and say, I've made the decision to quit drinking today. It's huge because we get to be responsible for a message of hope to other people that are struggling like us. Fucking dope.